What is going on, YouTube? Pass the prop back here again, ready to get after it for some more NBA action. Another nice slate, back-to-back nice slates coming off All-Star break. Join as always, Stu. How you doing, man?
Good. My lighting's all messed up. I've been doing I just did an hour 30 podcast and it was perfectly fine, and now it's all fucked. So sorry about that. I'm trying to find the right spot here. I'm getting killed. But no, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I mean, unfortunately, coming off a kind of bad show, that yesterday sucked, man. This show's so crazy. In NBA, we either sweep or we reverse sweep. It's 4-0 or I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully, with the way the pendulum's been swinging, hopefully we go back the other way, sweep again today. But yeah, that pissed me off. Yesterday sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, because I'm pretty sure we went 0-4 yesterday.
Yeah.
But my thing.
Sorry, I'll let you go.
My thing is there was so many weird variables that I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'll run through all of them. Right, Kevin Durant for you, Royce O'Neal. About to drop 26 points. First off, that's crazy in itself. For me, Donovan Clingan plays 14 minutes. I didn't understand that at all. Clingan, I even saw them writing up how he's gonna be such a big factor in the second half of the season, and then you don't play him. Dude got 6 and 6 in 14 or 15 minutes, and I'm like, bro, I'm chilling, bro. First quarter, he was 2 and 4, came out for his normal rotation, and they just didn't play him. And I was baffled by that one. Chauncey continues to show why he's a dumbass in this rotation, bro.
And then if you've tailed Karis LeVert, he ended on 17 and he missed 3 fucking free throws. 3 free throws. And he missed a driving layup with 40 seconds and the game was over. It's come on. I had a great start to that slate. Live betting, I hit a couple really nice live bets. I just watched that account balance down. I mean, Clingan, LeVert, KD just punched. It was crazy, man. And LeVert 17, 3 missed free throws. It's brutal, man. I can't believe this loss, you know?
Yeah, and then Boston just absolutely nuked 76ers in that one. Maxey was looking good. He started that middle of that second quarter started turning up. I'm like, all right, here we go. This is when Embiid sits and this is where he goes off, and then it's fuck. Just ran out of them, dude. They just beat the shit out of them. But, dude, it was wild, man. They beat the absolute piss out of them. And, dude, Paul George, he should have to return some of that money, bro. He's gotta, dude. That, what he's doing is absolutely criminal, bro. That shit is criminal, what he's doing to that franchise, bro, because, my God, he is awful. It is tough to watch there. So, yeah, not a great slate for us. Moves us back down to 3.2 units. But hey, we're back here today. We got one play each. Hopefully we'll find a long shot here. Hopefully they'll give us some good odds on some of these spots tonight. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight's slate, and let's get into it. So this will be a little bit of a quicker show, as we kind of mentioned already. But I guess let's just talk favorite game here to start, and then we can just get on our way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. So that Cleveland game is going to be fun. The Cleveland Knicks game is going to be fun. But from a betting perspective, and Warriors Kings, those 2 games are going to be my favorite to watch. But my most bets are going to be in the most degen games possible. I like the Heat, Raptors, and Pistons. So those are my highest betting games. But from actually watching that Cleveland one and that late game, the freaking Kings Warriors, that should be a fun one.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fun to watch our teams go against each other here.
I know.
I'm more interested to see
injuries, though.
So I'm more worried that they're just if they have Giannis and Dame, I'm taking first half over. It's going to be a hammer. I'm going to play it ad nauseum. I'm going to play that. I'm going to, because the Bucks' first half defense has been dog shit, bro. But they give up 55 or 60.
24 minutes yesterday and then a back-to-back. Do we think he suits up?
That's why I said I need all of them healthy to play. That's all I said. That's definitely the first thing on the list that we need them to play. But if he doesn't, dude, Dame's probably dropping 50 tonight. Maybe 60. This might be that game. This is kind of feels like it, and I think the books kind of know that as well, because they're kind of not leaving me too much, right? They're giving me some Lillard lines, but they're still giving me Giannis on there. So I might have to take my take that early money, take that early one, and just hope that Giannis sits because I with a 5.5 spread, they got to assume one of them sitting, right? So
yeah, and I would too. I think that's the safe assumption there. And yeah, Middleton revenge game. That's the last thing to talk about there. How about that, right? Coming back, getting traded immediately, and then
is
you get
he
to
playing or
he should be. He's not on the injury report. He should
he's
be
not on any books.
Whole tank. I know he's not yet. But
I don't.
Because they want to see the starting lineup. Imagine if he started over Keyshawn George. That'd be crazy. I don't think he will.
He shouldn't.
Obviously not. But hey, former team first game out the game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I got to wait to bet Keyshawn George my guy.
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Well, let's get this going. We have 2 bets. You guys know we say this every time. We don't talk before we drop our bets in here. We're both in the same game. I'll let you start us off, buddy.
Sounds good. We're going back to a guy that's made me a lot of money today, despite the fact that I ranted about him and his brother on the last show. We're over that. We're moving on. We're good. Back to the regular season. And Oscar Thompson has been making us some cash. If you've been watching the show over the last couple weeks, you know it's pretty simple. Thompson is one of my favorite guys to handicap because he can't shoot threes. And his jumper is not very good, which means he's very binary. You know how he's going to score. You know how his points are going to come. And you get a Spurs team that is the 6th worst paint defense in the league with Victor Wembanyama, the 7'6" shot blocker. Now you're going to 80-year-old Victor Wembanyama, Bismack Biyombo, who technically was a shot blocker 10 years ago. But, I mean, this is no threat in the paint whatsoever. They have Sandro something as the backup. And then I guess Sohan and Harrison Barnes small ball. I mean, this is perfect for a guy like Thompson who does his work in the paint. Additionally, we've been seeing a lot more Thompson assists. We've seen an increase in playmaking. And for me, as a fan, I've been waiting for this because he has such a similar skill set to his brother as a great secondary playmaker. But his brother was always the point guard, so he never got as much of the passing credit. But Thompson is a very sneaky playmaker. He's a fantastic rebounder. He's going to crash the boards aggressively. What do we always talk about when you see PRA? Upside in multiple different categories. One, if you look at points, rebounds, and assists, they're all individually juiced to the over in every single one of them, which is why I combined them all here. In the past, I've just done some points, rebound stuff, but I like the assist consistency, and I just like how efficient he is in his minutes. I get they have a deeper rotation. They play a decent amount of guys. Thompson's not playing 35 minutes a game, nothing crazy like that, but when he's out there, he is efficient, and he's a beast. And to me, if a team can lock down the paint, you slow down transition, okay, maybe you can stop them. Look at the Spurs defense. Who's playing defense? The season's done. It's over. And that lineup is not great. So for me, this looks like a great matchup for Thompson right here, over 20.5 PRA. Definitely like the combo prop.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be in the same game on a different guy, though. I like the rebounds for Thompson. I was looking at that. I was looking at, obviously, Jalen Duren just kind of eating up in the paint there as well. So I kind of eliminated the rebounds because I don't think that there's going to be as many opportunities. I saw over his last 10 games, it's at 9.3 chances, which you go to his season long, it's a little bit over. I think it's 10.8, so almost a full rebound down over his last 10 games. Probably because he's doing everything else. He's literally doing everything else for this team. I still think he got snubbed from starting in that All-Star game, bro. I'm gonna keep going on that because the dude's 25 and 9.5 on the season so far. And over the last 10 games, Cade is actually 4th in the NBA in potential assists behind Jokic, Trae Young, and LeBron. Those are the only 3 guys with higher potential assists over his last 10. Obviously, that's with LeBron having no AD, so he's pretty much had the ball in his hand the whole time. That's pretty much the same thing here for Cade. He's top 5 in drives per game as well. You just talked about the paint presence there, not really going to be there. And I've watched Sandro play. That dude does not play any defense, bro. He played for the Bucks on our 3rd unit.
Yep.
So I've seen him enough. I have no issue with him scoring down there. You also have the Duren effect for alley-oops if we really need that. But just getting the opportunities, right? Just the dude's going to play an unlimited amount of minutes, right? I mean, he's 35 to 38 pretty much every single night. Coming off of, obviously, the break. He was out there for it. For the All-Star game, so I think that kind of gets them going here again. And they're still fighting for playoffs, bro. The Pistons are right there. They're fighting to get wins. They're actually still competitive in the second half of the season. I also don't think this is going to be that big of a blowout either. I don't see this blowing out either way. I know that's been kind of killing a lot of these bets has been just how bad the blowouts have been, but you also get De'Aaron Fox speeding this team up more than it has been. We saw it last night. This team speeding up, and Chris Paul or De'Aaron Fox guarding them to start the game. Like, if Chris Paul guards Cade Cunningham, bro, get your ass in the paint, bro. For real, this dude's 6'6", 6'7", dude. That dude can just tower over this man. I'm really concerned with who's going to be guarding Cade, and I'm interested because I know you mentioned to me before the show about Castle, and I definitely I like him, man. I like him as a player. I just don't know how many minutes is going to be there when De'Aaron Fox has to play 35 to 37 minutes. Chris Paul is going to get his 30 to 32. And he looked really good last night in that role of still being the facilitator with another point guard. I didn't think it would work that well, but it did. And it looked pretty good last night. So I'm just curious to see if they're going to try and, start him tonight. I don't know if they would change it after looking pretty good last night with that spot. So would really like this if Chris Paul played a back-to-back. I know he has been playing back-to-back. So I'm just interested to see if they obviously continue to do that with having De'Aaron Fox there. So really like Cade. Obviously, if you want to just go off a game log watching, you can do that. But we have a 15, 14, and 12 assist game in 3 of his last 6 games. That's how crazy the assist lines have been getting. So really like Cade, and think he obviously just absolutely cooks tonight.
Yeah, but we both kind of are on the same page here of just like we think there's going to be opportunities in the paint. We think there's going to be a fairly close game, and I bet against the Spurs yesterday. I couldn't believe that. I don't bet spreads, but I just saw the Suns. I was like, okay, no Wemby. This is crazy. And then obviously the Suns still managed to now lose 5 straight in a row with their season on the line against a Wemby-less Spurs. Like, how pathetic is that? But yeah, I mean, like you said, I would put Castle in the starting lineup now, but you can't really, especially after a win like that. Like, I don't know if it would be Vassell or Paul I would personally go Fox, Castle, Vassell, and like kind of do that kind of thing and make CP3 the bench ball handler, because then I guess you could 1-for-1 Vassell and have him in there at the 3, but like I don't know, like to me I'd rather just have Paul as the bench facilitator, even though he has been good in his role. It's hard to kind of argue against, but there's just no defense on this team right now. That guard room is crazy. I mean, come on, because my thing to you was like, I think Castle is the best defender in the team easily. Obviously, very, very good defender. I think he'll be on Cade when he's out there, but you pointed out to me, he's like only playing 25 minutes a game. Like you can't derail your plans for a bench defender. You know what I mean? So, and I think when he does come in and Cade, I think my guy Osser is going to be getting like De'Aaron Fox, which kind of rocks. Because you put the guys that suck on defense against the Thompson twins because they can't shoot.
Yeah, no, and the tough part is he's just so big. Cade, that's what exactly. It's such a tough mismatch for anybody guarding Cade. He's just so big and so fast. It just gets downhill so well, draws a ton of fouls, and I mean this is gonna be an absolute perfect game for that. So let's take a look at a couple questions. We're gonna move through these pretty quick, guys, just because I got to get out of here pretty quick today. Duren in the same game, over 12.5 points, or would you go to points rebounds at 24.5? I like points, but who's going to stop him from grabbing rebounds? That's kind of the reason I didn't want to bet on the rebound portion of Cade, because Duren just kind of sucks it all up. And so does Thompson, and Thompson kind of gets those long rebounds, right? Any of those long rebounds, he's actually fighting to go get the ball.
100% agreed. Yeah, I think PRA, I think assist has been under the radar as well. Like he's been an underrated playmaker, good dribble handoff, stuff like that. So for me, yeah, I think PRA would be how I'd look. But we're already on 2 guys, so I'm not going to make it to Duren, unfortunately. But I do like it. I don't have anything against that at all.
Beautiful. Thoughts on Cat Boards tonight? He's facing off. This is as brutal of a matchup as you're going to get for I think rebounds would be the only thing I would bet. I would not bet any points here. Obviously, you go from playing Chicago to the best point or the best paint team in Cleveland, dude. I think this boy gets bodied tonight. I think. And
you played in overtime, right? Didn't they just play overtime?
Yeah, against a shit fucking Chicago team.
And now you're on a back-to-back. Like I know it's a Tibbs team, but man, I don't want any smoke with Cat tonight. Honestly, PRA under would be what I would look at. I think a couple guys on back-to-backs like him, John Morant, in tough matchups, I think unders are very solid for them today.
Yeah, I think I might almost do like maybe rebound assists unders too, because I don't even think Cat's gonna get the fucking ball, bro. Like they're not even gonna like. This is just Brunson gonna Brunson the hell out of this game, bro. He's like, hey, last night we played Chicago. I'm gonna go for 22. I'm gonna give you 12 assists hey, guess what? I ain't passing the fucking ball today because I ain't trying to watch Cat try to post up Jared Allen and do that little soft back down, dude. He's gonna get bodied, dude, and it's gonna be bad. So I might be looking at a little Brunson stuff there as well because I think that's really the only guy I kind of want to trust in this matchup because he doesn't need to go in the paint to deal with some stuff because obviously that paint defense is elite. Yeah, I don't know, Dan. Your guess is as good as mine on that. I have no idea. Chauncey's still a bum, so.
Yeah, at least the blocks cash for me. That was the only thing. I got one win in that late slate. I like fucking small bet on blocks. So
he did. Yeah, he blocked 2 shots in the first 4 minutes. I'm like, what are we doing sitting this guy for?
I didn't rewatch the game. People told me he wasn't playing good defense. It seems hard to believe.
Dude, he had a steal and 3 blocks.
I'm just saying what people
10 minutes.
I know people were just saying apparently like LeBron was looking good on him. I don't know. Whatever it was, like maybe
LeBron will cook any center.
I know. I don't know, man. Too.
I don't know. I get it. I know you're not. That's not your opinion. I didn't watch the game, so. But yeah, let's get a quick recap, then we'll do some long shots too. Let's get it going.
Sounds good. We got Oster Thompson over 20.5 points, rebounds, assists, -105. I'd play it up to 21.5.
Beautiful. I'll be rolling Cade Cunningham over 36.5 points, assists at -110. Stu, what do you got? It's we didn't play any long shots yesterday. We went too early. They didn't have a ton out. What are you rolling with today?
Yeah, so for me, I'm gonna go. This is kind of a weird number, but it's just better plus money to get it over our arbitrary. I'm gonna do DeMar DeRozan, 27 points at plus 350. 27 points. You can get that at 365 or FanDuel. I would do 25, but it's plus 230, and that that's not really.
What is the odds on 27?
350. Yeah. So yeah, your FanDuel and 365 is where I played at 365, best number. I like DeMar DeRozan a lot tonight. I pointed out this one. So I don't like. We got kind of burned on overs yesterday, and I don't love a lot of overs in general with guys like kind of first game back and stuff like that. But when I do think there's going to be some missed shots, then I kind of look at shot profile. Like, how are guys going to score and how are they going to get there? I think both Cade and Thompson, with how, like, we're not relying on spot up threes. We're not relying on rhythm, pull up. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Cade's going to have all that in his bag when you're that good of a scorer. But mostly we're relying on, driving, getting into the paint and taking care of business. And that's the kind of skill set I want when guys aren't in rhythm and they aren't shooting threes. DeMar DeRozan is arguably a top 3 mid-range shooter in the league. And in an era where a lot of teams are just going to play drop and let you shoot those mid-range, the Warriors are the second worst mid-range defense in the league. So you get one of the best mid-range scorers in the league versus bad mid-range defense. And DeRozan, when he plays bottom tier mid-range defenses, he's averaging 24 points per game, which is 4 points above his average on the season so far. I just think there's going to be opportunity here. And I think DeRozan's scoring profile fits this game very well. Maybe a DeRozan 25, Jimmy Butler 25. I need to check what the best odds would be on that. But I think that would 100% actually be something that I maybe add another little, quarter unit to or something. But I like DeMar DeRozan today, and I like that game to have some sneaky solid offense.
Yeah, I was looking at a lot of Sabonis stuff as well, just for the mid-range opportunities. And my issue is I didn't know they were that good in the paint. I think they're like a top 3 paint defense in Golden State, at least points allowed in the paint and offensive rebounds. I was very surprised to see that when I was looking, because obviously I was looking at some of the stuff for today's games on points in the paint, and I was baffled how well Golden State has been at that, especially when you're rolling Trace Jackson Davis pretty much, and it's pretty much all they have for a legit center outside of Looney, but he only usually plays 15.
Who's that guy that shoots threes name? I bet on him a couple times. Post, they just re-signed
Quentin.
Post, it's like Post, Looney, Draymond. Like, they got the weirdest rotation ever.
Yeah, and it works, I guess. So it's just pieces.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, DeRozan doesn't need to get in the paint. He's the mid-range demon. He's going to take those pull-up shots, So I like that. I want those pull-up jumpers. I want that the mid-range work.
All right, I'm going Lillard. I'm going to play Lillard 35 points. It's 475.
Valid.
Like I don't even if Giannis plays, bro, like I still think this is very, very high opportunity of happening. I looked at the Wizards 3-point defense, and my God, dude, these guys blow at stopping the 3, bro. It's them, Detroit, Sacramento, New York. Those are the teams that allow the highest 3-point percentage. And if you can't guard the 3-point line, Lillard's just going to cook, dude. I don't think that he's going to have any issue anywhere. Even if, who are they going to put on him? Maybe Bilal if they want to, but he'll just drive right past him, dude. Lillard's not that big. Bilal is going to be a really good wing defender. I don't have to worry about having any of that time on the bench, right? Because Lillard does that. He has a nice little spot here where he plays like 8 minutes and then starts the second quarter usually or comes in a minute later. Giannis sits. You won't even have to deal with Bobby P anymore, bro. That dude's freaking out. I saw that. That's bullshit, whatever that is. I read on that. It was so weird, bro. Like, wasn't even – I'm not going to get into it because I can't. But just like now he's competing with, Kuzma's coming in at the time when Damian Lillard goes out, though. So it's like that second little spot of the first quarter. That's why you can't really bet on Dame Lillard first quarter. You bet Giannis first quarter because he plays the whole first quarter. And then Lillard gets that early second period action. Holy shit, bro. So don't watch that first quarter and be like, oh, he's got 6 points. Why has he only got 6? Well, wait till like 3 quarters of the way through the second quarter and see how many shots he gets up in that time frame. Because that's literally where Lillard goes. It's him and Middleton usually there. You got rid of Middleton. You don't have him there. And now Bobby Portis, who's the highest usage guy on the bench, going there. And I think this is going to be an absolute smash spot for Lillard. And 35 points at almost 5-1 just seems a little crazy. For a team that's pretty much 80% two dudes right now with Lillard and Giannis. So having one of them to have a pop-off game here, definitely think that's in the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, the only thing I love this, by the way. I think Lillard has a great game. Top point scorer in the game, maybe top point scorer on the slate if that's a thing that anyone offers. My thing – I forgot. I can't believe it. I forgot it's the fucking Kyle Kuzma revenge game. Holy shit. I thought I was so locked in on Middleton, I forgot Kuzma. Holy shit. So
my issue is I just don't think he's that good of a 3-point shooter.
Well, it doesn't matter if he's good or not. Trust me. A lot of experience with Kyle Kuzma. He's going to get those shots up. And if oh my God, that might ruin everything. I'm sorry. Kyle Kuzma might shoot the ball 67 times today. He could possibly shoot it every single time he touches the ball. So we'll see. That's my only concern. I agree. I'm going to bet Lillard, by the way. I'm with you. I'm half joking here, but there is a little bit of sincerity that Kyle Kuzma is a selfish motherfucker. And if
Giannis, dude, I've watched a couple of these games. He's bad, bro. He is not good.
Well, I told you that first day.
Well, no, it's like I think it's more just like mental shit. Like, why are we shooting with double teams when Giannis is in the game, bro?
But you don't understand.
Like, he's not going to play.
The only shots he can make. I've watched Kyle Kuzma for way longer than I wish to admit. He cannot make open shots. He's not really a good self-creator. But if you put a double team on him and he has to hit a spinning back away 2, he'll hit that. Or a step back 3 in the corner randomly. Like, those are the shots he makes. He's a tough shot maker, which actually I think could be valuable in the playoffs if he gets a little smarter, because that's when you need that skill set. But like, just doing regular high IQ basketball things, he's truly incapable of. Like, the guy plays with negative brain cells. So the hope is that going to a real team that tries, hopefully you get him, Giannis in the locker room, coaching staff gets him a little smarter by playoff time, hopefully. But that's definitely a risk right there. But it's crazy. My roommate can tell you, we used to joke about it all the time. He only makes the toughest shots possible. It's insane to watch, like truly that consistently. I think he probably just practices like Kobe montages where you do like double step back, fake. I don't know, but yeah, but shout out to him. I mean, what a guy. But I love the Lillard analysis. My one warning is I might bet Kuzma too. Because I don't think Giannis is going to play. Maybe he does, and that messes it up a little bit. But Kuzma got to get a couple bucks on him just because this is the.
I'm just hoping that you guys just say, "Hey, Bilal, make this dude your bitch tonight," and just
I could see that as well.
Just right on this dude's fucking hip, face guard the fuck. Like,
yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm curious. I actually now want to go to this game. I just checked if it's in DC, but the tickets are way too expensive for the shitty ass.
Yeah, because they all want to see Kuzma again, bro. Last time I get to see Kuzma.
No, I do. I want to see the Kuzma return. But like, I don't really want to pay $50 in the nosebleeds or like $100.
They're gonna put up a nice little one of those like montages of Kyle Kuzma bricking balls off the fucking side of the backboard.
It's gonna be the airball compilation that went viral, where it's just airball. He has like 15 He leads the league in airballs this year, literally. Like, it's a real stat. Like, yeah, maybe we get the airball compilation and the pink sweater that he wore that went viral a couple years ago. That's like his contribution to DC is the pink sweater. That's like the one thing. But all jokes aside, I don't hate Kyle Kuzma. Like, he seems like a good enough guy.
I would definitely, if Lillard goes and sits, Giannis 40 is going to be on my card. If one of them has to sit with this line sitting at where it's at. So just it's happening. It's happening. So all right. So anything else you got for the people before we head out today?
I mean, not really. Sorry for the quicker show today, guys. I will say, if you do want to see me talk for longer, I went on the Straight Betting podcast right before this. I retweeted it over on Twitter. We literally talked for an hour and 30 minutes, and the first 20 minutes was the Wizards game alone. So if you just like to hear me yap, got a chance to this morning. Got a chance to. That's what happens when you invite me on your podcast. We're going to have to talk about the Wizards for 20 minutes, then we're going to yap a lot. So if that's your kind of thing, if you want a full slate breakdown, we were a little quicker today. Make sure to go check that out because, I think we said some good stuff in there, and I gave out a couple things I'm waiting for. I'll say it here too. Davion Mitchell steal. I wanted to get this in here. Off night's back, baby. He's in Miami. He's in Miami. He's at a culture that embraces the kind of player he is, and he's playing his former team that fucking sucks. So while other people look at the revenge game and go points or whatever, the guy's not really a good scorer. He's off night for a reason. He's a great, great defender. And for me, Davion Mitchell steal, it would have been an official on this show, but it's only on one book, so I don't want to give that out on one book. But one steal and then two steals will be a bet for me. So shout out to the people that actually tune in, stay the whole time, get a little. I'm going to post it on Twitter later, but yeah, that's the other thing I like. And yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave a like if you haven't already. Share the show, and yeah, hopefully we make a little bit of money.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we will see you guys Monday. Hopefully cashing a couple of these long shots as well. So have a good one, guys, and we'll catch you Monday.